Good morning, girls. In the previous video, we learnt about the positive and the negative impacts of urbanization. Now, today we are going to learn about smart cities. Urban growth is associated with many negative consequences, results of urbanization. Therefore, a smart city is one of the ways to tackle, to take care of, or to meet or solve these negative consequences. The smart city concept developed around 2008. It can be understood as a method of addressing the urban problems prevailing in many countries. It is the place where the existing services and networks are made more effective with the ICT. ICT is Information and Communicative Technologies. The full form is given there at the back of the chapter. You may write it down and learn the spelling as well. The concept of smart cities ideally goes beyond ICT for using resources and less pollution emission. So please underline what you see underline in the video. It also means well-developed transport network, upgrading water supply and improving waste disposal. Underline this also. The usage of ICT in smart cities makes it different from any other urban center. Center here, urban center means any city or town. The definition of a smart city is different in different parts of the world. That is, underline, it varies from country to country. But one thing is common. The existing cities are developed into smart cities. In the United States of America, it involves improving the quality of air and water, development of transport and communication facilities. Smart cities in Australia refer to the integration of sustainable activities in already existing cities. So, if there is a water resource, they have to sustain it for the good of the population. They have to be self-reliant over here. The key to smart cities in England include transport, energy, power, healthcare, water and managing waste. So if they are doing it to the best of their ability and capability, then it is a smart city. For examples of smart cities in the world, few examples are here as follows. Vienna, Austria. This Austria capital ranked high in terms of innovation, greenery, quality of life and transparent governance. So they ticked the right columns in all the they ticked right in all the columns of life which are relevant. Quality of life is good. Health, that means healthcare, provision of healthcare is good. There is less pollution over there. Water quality is good. Lot of greenery is there, so they are able to manage the land which they have. Now, Toronto, Canada. It is the highest rated smart city in North America. Vienna is in the world. Toronto in North America, with environment-friendly energy power production from natural gas created from garbage landfills. So, they are producing natural gas from garbage landfills. Now, in Tokyo, Japan, it was ranked a smart city under the category of innovation. Regularly they are innovating, the technology is on the rise and they are innovating new products which make sure that less stress is on the environment, and they are producing environment friendly transport network. They are not burning any fossil fuels which are adding to greenhouse effect or using any other chemical which will pollute the earth. Now, vertical garden is one of the environment-friendly concepts which is being used in cities all around the world. Even if you go to, I have not seen it in Jaipur or Ahmedabad, but if you go to cities like Delhi, Bombay, then you will see these vertical gardens. See, it is this is in Milan, Italy. Otherwise, what do they have? They have racks and racks of pots in which they grow plants. And you will find in Delhi, I'm talking about, and you will find them under bridges and all where there is shade and heat at the same time, and they provide, because they are under the bridges and mostly these are intersections, so they help in keeping the pollution under control. These gardens can be built on buildings or can be grown on pillars, with saplings planted on them in a vertical fashion. So saplings will not grow out of thick concrete walls. They are putting pots over there. Vertical gardens on buildings can be seen in the cities of countries such as Italy, Australia, etc. Now, smart cities in India. The smart city concept in India is started as a smart cities mission. The purpose of smart cities mission is to push economic growth and raise the standard of living. Regions around the cities are also to be developed so that the increasing population of the main city can be accommodated in these new regions. People who have proper means of transport then they can move on to bigger places, and such places are being developed in and around big huge cities. The development under smart cities will result in improved quality of life, job creation, and in the end inclusion of everyone in the city, be it poor or rich. So it will not just be a few who will benefit from a smart city, but the people living in that particular city belonging to any strata of life will benefit from a smart city. Now, few of the proposed smart cities in India are Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh, Pune in Maharashtra, Jaipur in Rajasthan, and Ahmedabad in Gujarat. So you can learn the names or just remember the names of these cities. 100 cities in India with a total 95 million urban population, close to 1 billion, are taken into consideration to develop as smart cities. The estimated cost involved is 89 crore, which of course will keep on rising if we do not finish the project on time. So underline this, children, the 5 key elements of smart cities in India: availability of basic infrastructure services like water and electricity, improving the public transportation system, providing job employment opportunities for those who are eligible to work, safety and protection for all those living in the cities, proper recycling of waste produced and minimizing waste generated. This is one of the most important thing because it gives rise to pollution. Now let us quickly go through the smart villages in India, what it is all about. In India, along with the introduction of smart cities, the concept of smart villages was also introduced. The government will build 132 smart villages. India has about 6 lakh villages. The government has identified 300 model villages which will be transformed into smart villages. The village panchayat will play an important role in this. Major programs under smart villages include investment in agriculture, bringing up the production. Then providing employment to the youth and provide proper nutrition to the children. Providing employment to the youth so that they do not go to cities in search of jobs and better opportunities. Initially, 60 villages have been selected from the 3 districts of Madhya Pradesh. Each village will be getting 25 crores for its development. Now, satellite town. It is a smaller city nearby the already existing big city. The population between these cities behave like the metropolis population with a super urban lifestyle. For example, Gurugram, Faridabad, Noida and Ghaziabad near Delhi, Navi Mumbai near Mumbai and Secunderabad near Bengaluru are examples of satellite towns in India. Now, we'll learn about saving urban areas. So, how do we save them? Some measures can be implemented in order to reduce the negative impact of urbanization. Planting trees help in purifying the polluted air of the cities, which is caused by the smoke from industries and emission from vehicles. Improving public transportation facilities. It is important to invest in public transport in order to reduce the congestion on road and air pollution instead of everyone using their private vehicles. So you must have heard about carpooling. The awareness regarding the public transport usage should be spread. So if you go to bigger cities, you will find we have already talked about the metro network, the trams, and then the proper buses plying on certain routes where the number of people commuting from one place to the other is huge. So on such roads, people are encouraged to take the bus routes or take the metros. In big cities like Mumbai and Delhi, you will find intercity rail network also. Now, developing satellite towns. The city has limited land for housing, and with passage of time it becomes difficult to provide housing for everyone. So what they are doing? To develop urban centers which are well connected with the main city by the means of transportation and communication is important too. So we just talked about the satellite towns. Developing rural regions so that the people do not migrate to urban regions, and providing them opportunities, employment opportunities and educational opportunities. The migration of people from rural to urban regions leads to overpopulation. It is important to provide them employment opportunities in the rural regions itself. When people have opportunities in the rural regions, they wouldn't move to the cities in search of a better life. Now, the 3 R's: recycle, reuse and reduce. It is important to recycle waste and minimize the waste production. Nothing should be of one-time use. If you are using disposable crockery, and if it is not spoiled or it has not broken down, then it can always be washed and reused. There is no shame in that. Now, keeping urban area clean. So waste management is the most important. We are always encouraging in school also our children not to throw waste here and there, and to put it in proper places. Few simple ways of keeping our cities clean are as follows: throwing waste only in the dustbins, and then we have to segregate the plastic from the glass, from the biodegradable to the non-degradable, avoiding usage of plastics as they take really long time to recycle. Spreading awareness about the importance of cleanliness. So, going through this pandemic, it has become more relevant. Such things are more relevant to that we maintain hygiene not just of our body or our home, but our outside environment also. Now, children, with today's class, we come to the end of the chapter, urbanization. I want you to reread the chapter once or twice, and in the next class I will upload the question answers of this chapter. Anything which you have not understood, please underline, and we will discuss it when the school reopens. Thank you.